Hello and welcome to another Just Watched. I am Devin, with me is Billy.
Woo!
And continuing our war-themed month with an odd choice in my mind. Young Indiana Jones, The Trenches of Hell.
Oh, yep.
So, yes, technically this is a war movie.
Yeah.
But it's also not. So, to elaborate on that, we start off in a war.
Yeah.
And then we more watch Escape from Prison.
Yeah, it goes from I like if you want him to say it's starts off like all quiet on the Western Front, but finishes off like The Great Escape.
Yeah. So, it's an interesting combination, and it's very action-packed.
Yeah.
Because it's an Indiana Jones movie. So, obviously, we're here for action, not for... I don't know how to even say that, because it did do the war thing kind of accurately.
Oh, yeah, no, that's...
Like, I can't discredit it for not being accurate to the source, I guess.
No.
But it also should have just been titled Young Indiana Jones, A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Oh, yeah.
So, simple plot.
Well, the movie starts off, they come back from Flanders, they're in the Belgian army, their division got slaughtered.
Yeah.
There's only like 70 survivors.
Right.
So they end up getting French lieutenant under command. They participated in the Battle of the Somme, which is one of the hard-fought battles of World War I.
Yep.
At the end, well, as you can see, only 2 of them survive.
Yeah.
But later on in the series, we find the third one did survive.
Yeah.
You just don't see it in this one.
No.
And Indian, I think it was the Veal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emile steals a couple French officers' uniforms. They get sent to a POW camp. They escape within 12 hours. Emile gets shot and gets sent to castle prison.
Yeah.
Where he meets the future president of France.
Yep. So, roughly that's what happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's an interesting pick for the month, but this is your kind of your pick, so. Particular reason you picked this.
Like,
out of all the war movies we could have picked.
Yeah, just because, well, because there's not too many World War I movies.
That is true.
Like, there's All Quiet on the Western Front, and there's a few other ones that I know of, but I think this was the first World War I movie I saw.
Yeah. And let's face it, World War II's been kind of done to death.
Yeah.
That and Vietnam are the two that I was like, these are always what the war movie's about.
Yeah, because if I thought I would do for the World War I, if I could find it, we could get on Passchendaele, but
yeah,
it's something you think of later.
Yeah,
you think of later, right?
Fair enough. So, focusing on just the war aspect, did you notice anything wrong with anything in the war?
Yeah, I know this.
Because, again, this is going to be hyped up because it's an Indiana Jones film. But, like, I was trying to find nitpick anything, but...
no, they really try...
Yeah.
Like, if everyone has seen this and can't pick out any inaccuracies, let us know.
Let us know. I'm not a war expert, so I don't know what was available at that time.
But I'm pretty sure this is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Because I know you were kind of curious about the horses and the gas.
Yeah. I was like, I did not know that we gave horses gas masks. Yeah. Back then. I didn't know that was a thing. I was like, that'd be really hard to put on a horse, but it would make sense you'd want to put it on a horse. But I imagine the horse would freak out, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like, I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah. So, if anyone wants to discuss the accuracy of that,
let us know, because this is right.
Yeah, I feel like that's not accurate, but at the same time, again,
no,
it makes sense. What else can we really talk about this movie?
Yeah, because this, like I said, this is like the shortest of the movies for the month.
Yeah, and unfortunately, as an Indiana Jones film, it kind of just, it's all action, no real story, to be honest. It's just a bunch of bad shit happens to Indiana Jones while he serves the Belgian army.
Yeah, with backstory there, you have his name.
Yeah.
In the movie.
Yeah.
Henry de Fonce.
Yeah.
Which, the previous movie, he goes to sign up and he just sees a defense, that name on like a wall poster, uses that name as de Fonce.
Yeah.
And then remember, he's like, you could have just said your name is Henry Jones and you want to join the Belgian army.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so... Like, I know it's a series because this is like volume 2.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, this is this 8 of 21 Young Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah. So,
like,
there's a lot.
Yeah, there's.
And unfortunately, I'm not a huge Indiana Jones fan.
Yeah.
So I don't know the history to Young Indiana Jones, so it's nice to see.
Yeah, no, this was like... Basically, this was a show that they decided to do, I think ABC did it for years, and they had, like, India's... Like, well, the original show had, like, India's age, like, 90 or something, talking to kids in the museum about his past.
Yeah, because that's what this felt like. It just felt like someone retelling the story.
Yeah, so, like, with the episode format, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Because then, because we had India's age 9 for some of them ones, then in these teenage years, the Sean Patrick Flannery.
Yeah. Anyways, so things that I kind of question is how lucky Indy really is.
I know.
Because if your whole platoon is taken over, chances of being taken a prisoner are very slim.
Yeah, like, there's only like a couple guys left. Like, what's the one taking 2 prisoners? Kill them.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. I'm sorry if I'm evil for that, but I'd be like, yeah, no, just wipe them out. Because they're obviously not of ranking officers.
No.
You can tell that.
No, like, I think Eddie was the next highest ranking. I think it was a corporal, and
yeah.
The other officers were killed.
Yeah, so like, what significance would it be to take them as prisoners? Like,
yeah.
Normally, you only take prisoners if you have their good bargaining chips.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point, right?
Yeah. Anyway, so they take him prisoner and they put him in a... Because of luck, we'll say, he's got a friend who gave him the French uniform.
Yeah.
So I guess he shot up a promotion. And given to a better jail cell, I guess.
Yeah, they just said, well, they're going like commissioned officers and treat them more
better than actual officers.
Because Indy was always like, we're gonna have, like, once they wake up, they're gonna have you court martialed. It's like,
they're not waking up. They're dead. And anyway, so he gets put into this camp and immediately goes for a break-in attempt. Yeah, they're already halfway through. And he's like, "Yeah, we'll help if you let us help us escape."
Yeah.
And that backfires because they do get out, but the German soldiers catch up to Indy.
Yeah.
Because I think he thought that the German soldier was his friend.
Yeah.
Who had already been shot on the way out.
Yeah, like.
So they find out that, or he finds out that the lieutenant's jacket that he's wearing is a notorious escape artist in the German army.
Yeah, no.
And gets sent to a maximum security prison.
Yeah, in a castle.
In a castle. Good luck escaping.
And love the next scene when he goes in later, when he goes into the, I guess it was a lecture.
Yeah.
And it was done by Charles de Gaulle. And he's like thinking the Germans posted like spies.
Yeah. He's like, oh shit, I already don't fit in as a Frenchman.
Yeah. So I question him.
Yeah.
Thinks like, oh crap, they're gonna get me then. The girl's question: who won the 1912 World Series?
Yeah. Because only an American would know that.
Yeah. He just says like Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, so Germany's American.
Yeah. Beat him. Kidding. Yeah, they gave him that look of like he's a friggin' idiot.
Yeah, really, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's understandable. He's American. Anyway, so he meets also two Russians who have an escape plan.
Gee.
And
hey, are you cowboy?
yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Yeah, oh my god.
Because he's American, he's like, he must be cowboy, which means he must be good with the lasso.
Yeah,
So they have a rope already for him.
Oh god, yeah, this.
And they get him to lasso a rooftop over a basically moat.
Yeah, but you know the rope.
Yeah.
Was made out of.
So the rope is made out of the strings used to tie packages for the soldiers when they receive mail.
Yeah.
And already I was like, that's not a good, solid rope plan.
Then when they say they're both going at the same time, you're like...
No, that's not a good idea. I was like, that's not a good idea for one person. Two people? No.
No, it's not gonna...
Yeah. And that's quite the fall.
Oh god, yes.
Yeah. And I feel sorry for the German soldiers who had to drag them out of the train.
I know, right? Like...
So, yeah, the Russians fail. But they do offer an opportunity for Indian, the French man, to escape. Because he makes the comment of, the only way you're getting out of this is in a coffin.
And just the look on Charles' face.
Yeah. Wait a second.
Idea.
So this is also where we lead into why I call this Indy in a series of unfortunate events. So after actually setting up and getting into the coffin, there's a lot of mishaps happen there.
Yeah.
They get up onto the truck, and the people who are supposed to be digging the hole for them, because then they can escape, because it's going to be a shallow grave.
Yeah, because like, they don't... They them 6 feet.
Yeah, are told they're getting sent back. And they're like, well, what about the hole? Oh, we're not burying them. We're cremating them.
And you call...
I called that early as a dumb joke. I was like, can you imagine if they're just going off to cremate them? And Billy's just trying not to give it away.
I know, I'm like, oh my god.
And I could just tell on your face, I was like, I called it, didn't I?
Yeah. It's like,
So, I like that they didn't show you that they escaped from the coffin.
Yes, that's...
They left you in a suspenseful moment, because the last we see is Indy trying to get the captain's attention that they're not burying us, they're cremating us. We got to get out of here. And then we cut to them being the first coffin being thrown in, and then the second coffin, which should be Indy.
Yeah. Which, that was the German soldier.
Yeah. Wait, I'm Christian. I should say something.
No, I was raised Catholic. I should say something. Okay, hurry up. You God, let this man go to hell.
Yeah. And then they accidentally dropped, and they find out that the coffins were empty.
Yeah, just like excess vegetables, I think.
It was just
combo.
Yeah, it was just something they found on the truck.
Yeah.
Just enough to make it weigh a bit.
Yeah.
Which I already clued in that they probably got out after the first one, because I was like, you would have heard screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, what are those? I hate when those boys scream. Wait, what?
Yeah, they shouldn't scream. They're already dead. Anyways, so they do manage to get away. They're in a German town.
Yeah.
And they see two bikes, and they're like, we can just take these bikes, ride to freedom. And As they're taking the bikes, of course, a German patrol comes around the corner, starts opening fire, and they run, and then we got the German motorcycles after them. And this is kind of where we leave off, is that Indy manages to pass a train and cut off or get away from the German pursuit.
Yeah, and the dog gets captured.
Yeah. And that's the movie in a nutshell. And, like, what a wild ride of a movie.
No, it was like, because one thing I like about the Young Indiana Jones movies, he meets, like, real-life historical figures.
Yeah.
Like, in each one, like... That's kind of cool, right?
That's kind of cool. Like, unfortunately, I don't know history that well, so it was lost on me. But
yeah. Like I said, at least the two famous people I know in this movie was the poet he meets. Yeah. Which, I love that scene.
Yeah, go ahead, tell.
So it's like he meets during their leave.
Yeah.
They get 2-day leave, which I think Remy gets drunk, he goes off on a bender.
Yeah.
And he ends up meeting two British guys, and they ask him about a poem, and reads it, and it's like Dreamers by Siegfried Sassoon.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I love this poem.
You kind of went on about it when we were watching it, so I had a feeling you liked it.
Yeah, I used it in a poetry project.
Yeah. So
he meets him, and Robert Graves, the other person was an actual person.
Yeah.
And the third person, wife is, he meets is Charles de Gaulle.
Yeah.
The future president of France.
Yeah.
Which, because I was like, de Gaulle's comments, like, the next war would not be won by superior men, it would be won by superior machines.
Yeah. A little foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so final thoughts before we wrap up.
Yeah. Okay. One of them nitpick, I think we both noticed during the escape scene from the first POW camp.
Yeah.
The piles of dirt in the barracks.
Yeah. I was like, you had to be blind not to see the piles of dirt behind them.
Yeah, like I remember rewatching it, like, oh my god, like this.
There's no way, like, even if, like, Buddy's causing a scene just to get attention.
Yeah.
One of the soldiers should have, like, would have seen in the corners, like, there's a lot of dirt. We should, like, check. The other one that I laughed about is the periscope. Oh, because that is not inconspicuous when it pops up. I'm always expecting the joke of where they pop it up and the German soldiers just standing there.
Hi.
Yeah. And it's oh.
Yes.
Like, I knew this plot was going to fail.
Yeah.
So the other thing I wanted to point out was the grenade scene.
Oh, yeah.
So they're being gunned down. This is back in the trenches.
Yeah, this was the first attempt at the song.
Yeah, and they're doing a rush, and they're told to run left, and a few run
Jacques, Neil, and one other guy
run right.
Yeah,
because I guess they don't trust the commander, or they're idiots.
No, Jacques the one they have. Indy has issues with because he thinks he killed one of the captains.
Yeah,
and. Yeah, well, Jacques, he's crazy.
Yeah, he is a very unstable man.
Because the first thing he says, like, the first time you see him, he's, like, cleaning, wiping off the bayonet, looks over this young French soldier.
Yeah.
And the kid's grabbing his teens.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, it's good to kill with this. Like carving butter.
Yeah.
That's
not a good thing to have. But, yeah, so the grenade scene, real quick, Indy tries to throw a bunch of grenades to him so that they can blow up the machine gun trench, and throws a bit short.
Yeah.
And the commanding officer from the the French army.
Their new commanding officer.
Their new commanding officer is trying to find a way to make that work.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's impossible. And it's like, don't tell me what we can't do. Tell me what we can do. I just thought that was very inspirational.
Yeah,
But with that, though, we'll have to call the episode here.
Yeah.
But thank you all very much for listening in.
Devin, what do you say we go do some stiffs?
Well, it is after Halloween, so have a good one, guys.